Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Gridiron Gals Podcast. I am Reeta, the NFL chick.
And hey, everybody, it's Chels, aka Chelsea's right.
And we are headed to week 4 of the NFL season. And already a lot has happened, Chels. So let's get into it. The Denver Broncos, very unserious football team. And I mean extremely unserious football team. You know why I say this, Chels? Because by now the world knows that they lost 70-20 to the Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
In my entire life, I do not recall seeing a team put a 70 burger up against a professional NFL team.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I need to do my research. I'm just telling y'all, in my memory, I do not recall seeing a team put 70 points. 7. Oh, shit. I can't even put the right. I put 6. 7-0. I put 6 like bruh man from the 5th floor. Oh my God. I blame the Denver Broncos. They got me not even knowing how to count over here. Okay. Oh my God. 7-0. Not 1. 7-0 points against a group of professional football players. That was a college football score. Okay.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. I mean, and everybody knows, look, I date a Denver Broncos fan, so I had to watch the game with him while this game was going on. Shout out to our friend George Foster, who was also with me. As we know, George Foster was a first-round draft pick by the Denver Broncos, who was also watching, and to the point where they just both had to laugh. It was that bad, Charles.
How many people did you see that thought that there was a typo on their screen on the TV? They said, "Oh, I had to click off. I thought something wrong with my power. I got a glitch in the matrix or something."
I got a glitch. Something ain't right. It can't be right.
Yeah, I don't even know what you say. Like, what do you say went wrong that day? Oh, it was because we missed it. No. The whole defense combusted.
Yeah,
it combusted, and then like it. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, that's just like you said. We see that in college. And we saw that like the first weekend of college. I think somebody got to 80 or something like that. But that's what you do in college. But in the professional grown men of the NFL, and y'all let them people score 70 on y'all, and it could have been 73 if Mike McDaniel hadn't been like, "Hey, this last field goal doesn't feel right. Let's just take a knee." Bro, you should have ran the clock out like 3 scores ago.
I just can't understand. I can't understand. Listen, this is another thing, child. So I tried to Google this, and so far the only thing I can come up with is that a team scores it looks like Washington scored. Chicago beat Washington 73-0 in the 1940 NFL title game, which that's even worse because that's a title
Not
game.
in a title game.
In a NFL title game. Like, that is insane to me. Fucking sane. Okay. So far, I have not been able to find a score in my lifetime in which a team scored that type of game, that amount. So far I'm not able to find that. That is insane.
And so if that happened in the 40s, so we're talking about in 70 years.
Yes, friend. The next amount was Washington beating the New York Football Giants in 1966. So I cannot find one in my lifetime. The first time in my lifetime I see the team beat somebody with 70 points. That is embarrassing. You know what's more embarrassing?
With Sean Payton as your head coach.
With Sean Payton as your head coach. This is what is more embarrassing. And I'm glad you brought that up. Sean Payton had brought in his own defensive coordinator in Vance Joseph. That was the one thing about the Broncos last year that did not need to be fixed. They were a top 3 defensive team in 2022. And the 3 scores that they would have had in the first 3 weeks, right? Because they've scored over 20 points in each game of the season thus far. Those Broncos would be 3-0 with that defensive coordinator. I'm not suggesting that they would have beat the Miami Dolphins by any means. I'm just making the point that a year ago, had they been able to score the amount of points that they've scored thus far, they would have been winning football games. If they scored 20 points in every game last year, they would have won 13 games. You know what I'm saying? Right. So clearly, one side of the ball didn't need to be fixed. And this is the problem that I have with people that think that they're the smartest person in the room, like Sean Payton. They think that they need to bring in their people because apparently it didn't work out. Apparently, y'all got to go because it clearly didn't work out. Yeah, it worked out just fine over here. Okay. Right. You are here to bring this side of the ball up. This side of the ball didn't need no help. So you bring in your own guy, Vance Joseph, who was once the head coach of the Denver Broncos, over Rex Ryan, which I think, listen, as a person that, loves Rex because Rex spent a lot of time in Baltimore, I thought was foolish. But I think nonetheless, it was more foolish that you felt like you needed to get rid of a defensive coordinator who did not need to lose his job. And now as a result, the Denver Broncos look like shit, particularly on defense, because one part of the ball did upgrade. And I will say that offensively, they have looked better. Russell Wilson is top 10 in pretty much every category. This side of the ball didn't need no tweaking, and now you changed that side of the ball, and now y'all look like shit. You're 0-3 as a result.
And nobody got fired on Monday.
Ain't that the crazy part? And he said he gonna stick. He said it's mine, and I'm gonna stick beside him. That's what he said.
I'm sorry, and the way everybody knows how we both feel about Black coordinators, Black coaches, and everything. But when your defense gives up, somebody got to go come Monday. Somebody got to go. That fan, if I'm a fan, I am about to flip out of my skin. Mm-hmm. So, like, somebody got to go. We got to, like, unless you can guarantee a swift, sharp turnaround, somebody got to go.
Yep. Somebody got to go. And Vance Joseph, I would have to assume you got to count your days. That's nice for him to say for now, but if something don't get fixed soon, somebody gonna have to go, and it's going to have to be you, brother. Sorry. You know who else probably needs to go? Zach Wilson. He's gonna have to go. Another start, another dismal outing, to the point now that Joe Namath has commented. Y'all done brought Joe from out the ashes, honey, and made that man start talking about Zach Wilson, which, I mean, what he said ain't nothing,
nothing nobody else said. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he said that he would trade Zach Wilson. He's disgusted by his play. He said he saw nothing positive from that game. He said that they aren't picking the right players and they aren't doing a good job of coaching. Very hard to argue. Very hard to argue with that, Chels.
I mean, it is. It is definitely very hard to argue. But it's funny how people are able to point out all of those things when prior to that, when you had Aaron Rodgers, you thought that was all you needed. So if you talked about Aaron Rodgers in that way, like he was just the missing piece, now that piece is missing. Now you're saying everything else is wrong too. I don't know what y'all got going on. Seems like you were going to use Aaron Rodgers to cover up some other stuff. But when he said trade Zach Wilson, was that a serious thing?
Are you trying to say that man is not tradable?
I'm asking for research purposes. For my own edification. Who trade him where? And to whom? And for what?
Cincinnati could use a backup quarterback.
Girl, don't play with me. Listen, that man need to be traded right on out the league.
Yes.
It's a wash. It's a wrap. I don't see anything redeemable.
I feel like he might not want to play football.
He might.
I mean, that he plays like he doesn't want to play football. So this was his stats on Sunday's game, Chels. 18 for 36. If you ain't even got to be a mathematician, that's 50% right then and there. 18 times 2 is 36. No touchdowns, no interceptions. sacked 3 times, and a QBR of 61.9. That is disgusting. I ain't mad at Joe Namath. I would want him off my damn team too.
Yeah. It was nice, Zach. Toodaloo. They bringing in Trevor Siemian though.
They definitely brought in Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian. I mean, boy, every time I hear some of these backups, I'm like, I can't believe they still here. However, here we go. It's about the Trevor Siemian-led Jets.
And y'all laughed at me when I said bring back Joe Flacco or call back Matt Ryan, but I promise you they will look better than what Zach Wilson has looked in the last couple of weeks, okay? At that big age. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Trevor Siemian, it is your time, I think, pretty soon. So you better be ready. You better be ready because they will be playing you sooner than later. So, Kansas City Chiefs. We have to have this conversation. We know that they tore the Bears up. Now, it's funny because I did pick the Bears to win. I wasn't serious about it. You know, I was just trying to put some good juju in the world. And clearly that good juju did not work because they got their ass beat on Sunday's game against the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, I can't even remember what the score was. It was so bad. I'm trying to figure it out now. But in the meantime, 41-10 is why they lost. Justin Fields, I mean, and this is after a tumultuous week for the Bears. Their defensive coordinator quit on, what was that, Thursday, maybe? Mm-hmm. Their stadium got broken into and $100,000 worth of equipment was stolen. And this is all after Justin Fields said what he said in his press conference about he just feels robotic and he feel like he's not doing his thing. So, of course, they got to still play a football game. And of course, unfortunately for them, it was the Super Bowl champions who they had to play and they got their ass beat. But the funny thing is, Chels, the biggest story has been about Taylor Swift. Now, I don't give one fuck about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, but apparently everybody does. And I get it. It's because it generates clicks. Because it generates likes. I am disgusted, though, at how much NFL media has been a part of this madness. It is absolutely ridiculous as a result.
I'm so disgusted. Like I like the worlds to stay separate.
Me too.
I want everybody to stay in their own little thing. You know, your music people, you know, I don't want my athletes rapping. I don't want my rappers trying out for the Cowboys and shit. Like, I want everybody to sit in your seat, put your hands in your lap, pay attention, focus on your own paper. That's what I like. And if you could like take a shot every time they showed her in the skybox next to his mom and all of that, I was like, y'all, come on. Now he had a good game and they're calling it the Taylor Swift effect. Are you crazy?
A Hall of Fame tight end needs
a Hall of Fame tight end with 2 rings in the last 5 years. And you
in the last 3 years. Shoot.
In 3 years, that's right. That is absolutely right. 2 rings in 3 years. The literal X factor. And y'all are saying that they beat a bad Bears team. And it is the Taylor Swift effect. Y'all have lost your minds for real. For real. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't believe how sports media can really be groupies. Like, it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable to me. We ain't gonna make it.
Disgusting.
We ain't gonna make it.
It is disgusting. Now, the good thing for Travis Kelce is apparently his jersey sales have gone up 4%.
Oh yeah.
I mean, excuse me, 400%. I apologize. So good for him, right? Look, all right, but let's not act like Travis Kelce didn't already have a name. Like like you said, is literally the X factor to Patrick Mahomes, and we're gonna sit here and act like Taylor Swift. I don't give a fuck about Taylor Swift being in the suite. I don't give a fuck if she's sitting next to his mama. I don't give a fuck about Travis Kelce not growing his beard back and looking like a MAGA man at this point. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't care. Did he have a good game or not? Did he help somebody's fantasy team or not?
That's what we need to know. He had a good game, one of many, 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 many good games. And it's not because of that lady singing with her guitar.
I said that the lady with the long back. They keep calling her the lady with the long back. Listen, one thing I am going to call out with Travis Kelce, though, is you went on that podcast and talked about your old girlfriend, Kayla Nicole, and you said something about, oh, yeah, sometimes I pay for dinner, sometimes she paid for dinner. But that man rented out a whole place for Taylor Swift, a whole place for Taylor Swift. So we always knew you had the money. You pick and choose who you wanted to spend it on, and you didn't think that lady was worthy. And let's be fucking for real. Okay, you think that Taylor Swift is the worthy one because she's Taylor Swift, and Kayla Nicole had to split with you because she's an Instagram model, a fine Instagram model, but an Instagram model nonetheless.
Fine as hell.
Okay,
she is very funny. She's funny. I follow her on Twitter. She is, sometimes I forget that that's who that is. Like, I think that she's somebody in my regular rotation. So shout out to Kayla. Girl, we got your back. Don't worry about this man, please.
I mean, it's as far as I'm concerned, if you was having to split with a millionaire, maybe it was best that you not together anyway. Okay. Yes. So I'm just saying, I'm here to call out the bullshit. And Travis Kelce is full of shit because he sat there on that podcast and said that lady sometimes pay, and then he paid, and then went his way and shut down an entire area for Taylor Swift. You full of shit.
Who got money? Who got plenty?
Who got money? She got her own.
Money. Yeah. Okay. And then the other thing is, these Swifties, then they after our girl Kayla.
For what?
Because she was first. It is the dumb, how fandom is. So apparently they have been flooding like her Instagram and TikTok and everything. They've been saying things like, "Oh, he upgraded and he this and well." Let's back that up. Let's back that up. This is an upgrade. Don't lie to yourself. You've seen Kayla. Don't lie to yourself. Don't do that. Like that you can be saying, but let's keep that shit real. If you're talking about like Kayla is fucking gorgeous, but why are y'all harassing that girl? Travis have been broken up for a very long time. They weren't together last season. So like, why? I don't know why that is, other than their own insecurities. Like, what did you think that she was going to go and start saying stuff or whatever? Like, she's a regular person.
A regular fucking person.
A regular person that was in a relationship with a player for a long time. And a lot of us, we like Travis Kelce then. He was looking a little different, They broke up. He went back to his roots. And that's fine. Leave the girl alone.
Leave the girl alone. She minding her business. She out here at New York Fashion Week doing the shows, doing her stuff. She ain't talking about that man or nothing. Leave her alone. Okay. And this is why I don't like stand-em, because y'all are fucking insane.
Right. Y'all are crazy. And I feel like it's about to get a little racist. I feel it in my bones like it's about to get a little racist.
Yeah, because if you look at his previous girlfriends, Chels, he's dated other black women too. It wasn't just Kayla. It was, I think he's had 3 exes that were black. And so I definitely feel like it's about to start teetering a line.
Yeah, it's about to get that way. The comments are about to start being that way. And I don't know if the Swifties, whoever that crew, if you all know what Black Twitter is.
Yeah,
I would tread very lightly. I would tread lightly.
I completely agree with you. All right, let's get to these games. Before we do you like the double headers on Mondays?
No. Yes. No.
They're not even double headers. They're like a
double headers. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you what. Yes, I like games starting at 7:00.
Okay.
I don't like, and I kind of like that one game is at halftime and the other one is going on, so I can like switch, if I'm not doing multi-view or whatever. But like, I don't understand why we're doing this.
I don't either.
I don't like the choice of the Manning cast.
Yeah, I think it's pointless. I'm sorry. I think it's pointless.
Do one game, start it early. Let's focus our attention on the Monday game. And you're not even doing it for like a West Coast thing. You just randomly throwing this shit out there, because even the West Coast game started at 8:00 here.
Yeah, just crazy. I don't love it at all. Let's start with the picks. Thursday night, Lions at Packers. Both teams are 2-1.
I'm gonna keep riding with the Lions.
Okay.
Keep riding with the Lions.
I am too. Why not? I'm
Why
riding with the Lions as well. First London game of the season is Sunday. It will be on at 9:30. The Falcons and the Jaguars.
Well, the Jags had a surprising loss last week, but I'm going to still. I think that I'm going to pick the Jags.
I think that they'll rebound as well.
Yeah.
I'm also picking the Jags. This is a good doozy. Dolphins at Bills.
Oh.
Bills are actually favored here, 2.5, but nonetheless.
Dolphins are favorite?
No, Bills.
Oh, the Bills are favorite?
Because they're at home, I guess.
Oh, probably so. Ooh, Bills at home. They looking good. I think I'm gonna go with the Bills at home.
I feel like this might be division games are hard, man.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm with you. I think I might go with the Bills on this one. Ravens at Browns. I am not picking the Ravens this week.
Me
neither. Okay, cool. They got too many injuries on the offensive line. And if they're not going to play Sunday, it's going to be a long day for that O-line. So I can't pick them. Broncos at Bears, the battle of the 0-3s.
I think everybody keeps talking about this game. Somebody on Twitter said flex the game to Wednesday at 3 p.m. But I'm going to go with the Broncos.
All right, I'm going with Denver.
The Bears getting ready to get Caleb Williams.
Yeah. They tanking for Caleb. So I'm with you. I think it's the Broncos with their first win. Bengals at Titans.
I'm picking the Bengals. I don't know what the hell the Titans got going on with their life right now. 3 points. Get out of here.
But one team is more talented. The problem is that the team that's more talented got a quarterback with one good leg. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on that. Like even with that one bum leg, I still don't know how to pick against the Bengals because they just have the better team overall. So I'm going with the Bengals. Rams at Colts.
Gardner Minshew era, huh?
No, I'm sure Anthony Richardson.
Is he back? Okay.
I mean, I think he was just out this week because it happened last week, but I would have to assume.
Was it a concussion?
Yes.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought it was a different kind of injury. I'm gonna still go with the Rams. No real reason.
Okay. So the Rams are talented, but their offensive line is Swiss cheese, and that's my problem. And so I saw the issues that the Colts gave. The Ravens and their maligned offensive line. So I'm going with the Colts too, not because I just think that line is too bad. I mean, you saw it in the Monday night game. They're not good.
Yeah,
so that's the issue. But I'm going with the Colts in a close one. Bucks at Saints. Jameis Winston era is going to begin because Derek Carr is going to be out.
Oh yeah, that's right. He hurt his hand or something, a wrist, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the Saints. Division game. I'm just picking someone. I really don't know. I didn't think the Bucks looked that bad last night, but things just got the Eagles are just too much for them. So
I'm trying to figure out when does Alvin Kamara come back. I feel like
he's coming back this week.
He comes back this week. Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go with the Saints there. If he wasn't, I was gonna go ahead and pick. He's back, so never mind. Commanders at Eagles. Now, remember last year the Commanders did beat the Eagles.
They sure did. They sure did. Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen again. I'm going with the
Eagles at home, 8.5-point favorites. I'm with you on that.
Big
Vikings at Panthers. Both teams are 0-3, baby.
Oh, they both 0-3. Okay. Let's see. Is Bryce Young going to be back? Do we know?
No, I think he's probably going to miss a couple of weeks.
Probably going to miss out. So we in the Andy Dalton era of the Panthers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I'll go with the Panthers. I don't have no reason.
I'll go with the Vikings. I still think that they're a talented
Yeah.
team. But, it is what it is. I mean, they have talent on that team. So I'll go with the Vikings. Steelers at Texas. Texas got their first win last week against the Jags. Do they do it again against the Steelers?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'll go with the Steelers.
Yeah, unfortunately for me. Although Steelers are only 3-point favorites, but I'll go with the Steelers as well. Raiders at Chargers.
I don't know what the Chargers be doing with that. Like, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Because the Chargers, what they say, the Chargers be charging. They got to get rid of that curse before I really fully rock with them. The curse is deep.
Yes, it is. Very, very deep. I'm going with the Chargers. Patriots at your Cowboys.
I'm so disgusted. I'm going to go with the Cowboys because I always go with the Cowboys. I never pick against the Cowboys. But I also don't think that the Cowboys are going to be embarrassed 2 weeks in a row like they were last week. That was a big embarrassment. But that's what I'm just going with. Y'all gonna let Zeke come in there and run down y'all throat? I know not.
I'm picking the Cowboys as well. Cardinals at 49ers.
Oh, please. Wouldn't that be something if the Cardinals beat them, then we're going to have a whole conversation about them other games they played, right? But I'm going with the 49ers because they got the high hand right now anyway. So.
49ers are 2 touchdown favorites in this game.
That is so disrespectful.
There's that. Chiefs at Jets.
Girl, bye. We might see another 70-point game.
Oh, yes, it is.
We might see another 70-point game, friend. I'm going with Lil Pat, but I don't know.
All right. Project Pat and Company it is. We are picking the Chiefs and the Seahawks and Giants end this out on Monday Night Football. Do the Giants finally catch a rhythm, you think?
I think that they do. The Giants take a little time to warm up. So I think that they do, but I don't think they'll do enough to beat the Seahawks.
All right, that's what it is. So those are our week 4 picks. Hopefully we do pretty well. I want to be wrong about the Ravens one, but hey, it is what it is, and I don't know. Let's switch to college football. So, of course, by now you know that Colorado was handed their first loss of the season to Oregon. Big time, big loss, and this has been the real annoying weekend of college football. Y'all have made this into everything that it's not. You tried to say that Dan Lanning, who I am now a fan of, particularly after hearing him speak about motivating his players, and he spoke very highly of Coach Prime as well. Mm-hmm. I just gained a lot of respect for him. But you heard a 15-second snippet, and all of a sudden it's coded language, which it was never coded. He said that they was Hollywood and they was looking for clicks and we looking for wins. There is no coded language in that.
Out there.
Then you get mad that you felt like that they was running up the score. Well, I don't know if you know this. If you're new to this college football thing, the strength of the margin of victory does matter in terms of rankings. So it is best to beat your opponent down to the brake pads because it helps you move up the charts. And then we see that, so they wasn't really just dainty and all, good over there, because Oregon posted a video of Shiloh Sanders and other guys talking shit pregame. One of the players on the middle of their logo stomping and scraping on it. And so now I haven't heard nothing. I have heard nothing from people that are on the Colorado wagon who has so much to say this weekend. I've heard them say nothing about the stuff that we have seen come to fruition in recent hours, Chels. So, what are your thoughts on all of this?
I'm laughing because I was just going in on Twitter this weekend because I was so annoyed. I don't know who I'm more annoyed by, but usually for me, Prime is the most annoying person ever, but he has moved way down in the number of annoying. And
Yes, he has.
It is you people who just started watching college football because now you're a Colorado Buffs fan. You got your jersey on, you done went and got your shades, and you're walking around looking crazy. Okay, you don't know nobody on the team. You know two people. You don't know what's going on. You're complaining
they
about
might know three because they know Shiloh.
Oh, they might know three. Okay. So you complaining about the time. It's a Pac-12 game. That's why they come on, all of that kind of stuff. And then you complain about the showmanship. Like, this is shit talking. There's no crying in football. Y'all are soft. Soft. That man, I had to listen to what he said several times. And I was like, oh, y'all would never be able to take Mike Leach or Steve Spurrier. Oh, y'all would have been a call Homeland Security on them. You would never be able to do it. This is what they do. And why do y'all think that Prime could talk shit, but can't nobody talk shit back to them? And if they talk shit back, then now they racist. You sound dumb. You sound ridiculous. Like, yo, I went on Facebook and I just like, oh my God, and so people, and then everybody is talking about why, the part that I didn't like, because we defend Shiloh, right? I mean, Shador, right?
Shador.
Mm-hmm. Like, y'all saying Shador need to do this, Shador to do this. Hey, shut up. Do you see how big those boys are out on the field? There was a visible difference in size between those Colorado players and those Oregon players. There was you could see it. What you want Shiloh to do? He did everything he could. He did everything he could. They ain't got no running game. He got to keep throwing it. His main target is out. He got to wait for somebody to get open. That's why he's hanging onto the ball so long. That's why he's getting sacked so many times. The offensive line is Swiss cheese. We knew that, right? That's why he's throwing the interceptions. Like, he did everything he can. So, like, this Oregon is a good team. And instead of being like, whoa, they matched up against a team that is top 10, a team that was favored by 21 points. And like you said, in college football, if you are you need to cover if you want to move up those rankings. So what do you want them to do? Just sit down? But y'all don't ask for that for nobody else. You ain't gonna ask Colorado to not run the score up. But I think that people have lost their minds in a various ways. I think the media has lost their mind, the way they are losing the game of football and romanticizing a person. And it is amazing to watch people that I respect. That I'm like, y'all know this is what happens in Pac-12. This is why we stay up to 2:00 in the morning, because somebody gonna score 63 points, and it's fun to watch. It's exciting to see. But now that Prime is in it, now everybody is fangirling, fanboying out, and you're forgetting what real football looks like, or what real college football looks like, what happens, how coaches talk shit. And y'all comparing Deion Sanders to Muhammad Ali. You have most certainly bumped your head. Most certainly. And at this point,
he's like the first black head coach in college football or something. It's wild to watch, dog.
It is wild. They really. That is a great point, Rita. They act like he is the first black coach in college football. Like it, and I know that I know all about Prime. I've been outside. I know all about it. I've seen the videos when he was a rapper, all of that stuff, the Jerry curl, all of that, been here, been real, know all of that stuff. But y'all have got to be more realistic, because you sound like the stands and stuff. It's really scary. The Muhammad Ali comparison, I'm just like, hey, man.
I ain't see that, I ain't see that, but I'm very glad.
Eaton Thomas, is that, who that is? He always do, he posted a little collage, and then I saw people agreeing, and oh yeah, Prime is. Don't do Muhammad Ali like that. He sacrificed way too much for us.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. A couple things here for me. One, you don't love Colorado, you love Deion Sanders. And the minute that you admit to that is the minute that I'd at least have some respect for some of y'all, because it's not about those kids. It's not about that program. It's specifically about him. Because if you cared about Black coaches, you would be rooting for Mike Locksley. You would be rooting for the guy at Syracuse. You would be rooting for Marcus Freeman, even though it's hard for me to do that.
I'm rooting for Marcus Freeman.
Because, you know, hey, I hate Notre Dame and I always will. But point being, there's other Black coaches that you can root for. You don't care about Black empowerment. You care about Deion Sanders. You don't care about Shedeur Sanders. You care about Deion Sanders. You don't care about Travis Hunter. You care about Deion Sanders. And that's what this is about. So the minute we can be honest about that, the minute we can move forward. Secondly, I changed my name on Twitter to Reeta, the college football gatekeeper, because I am fucking tired. I am fucking tired of y'all making every single thing about something that is not. College football is about talking shit. College football is about getting your players motivated because they are still kids. Yes, even though NIL is a thing and transfer portal is a thing, they're still kids trying to prepare themselves for the next level if they're lucky. So it is still about motivating these kids to do what it is that they want to do. And you want to sit here and say that these people are haters and jealous. I'm going to tell you one thing. I would not be mad at all if Dan Lanning was jealous, because Dan Lanning's Oregon Ducks is a number 10 football program playing a number 19 team. And all he had to hear all fucking week long was about Deion Sanders in Colorado. You motherfucking right, I'm jealous, because we better than them. We got better players than them, better coaches than them. We're better than them. And yet no one's talking about us. So I don't care if you all think that he's jealous. Yes, he should fucking be jealous, because his team is better than the team y'all keep upping up every single fucking week. They barely fucking beat Colorado State, a team that they were 23.5 favorites. Then you sit there and complain about why they moved down from 18 to 19, because you don't understand college football. Margin of victory matters. If you shut the fuck up and learn the game of college football, then maybe you would learn some things. Instead, you're too busy riding Deion Sanders is nuts because you think that he's the fucking messiah of Black college football. And I'm fucking tired. I am fucking tired. Just like who you like, watch the game, but shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Shut the fuck up. Why is that so hard for you people? And by you people, if you taking it personal, then I'm talking about you. Hit dog holla.
Yes.
Because, hey, look, I posted the video today with Dan Lanning, and the people that had all this shit to say about jealousy and all this stuff and how Dan Lanning was coded and all this stuff, they coming back in my mentions because now they've been put on blast, because clearly Dan Lanning told you what it was, and that it was no intention to disrespect Deion Sanders and how he loves Deion Sanders, what Deion has done for this game. Then you still want to come in here talking shit like you didn't see the video of the fucking kids talking shit. Now, do you think it's propaganda? Probably. I'm sure Oregon's kids said some things too, but I'm glad that they showed y'all what college football is. Anytime Deion's son, Deion Sanders Jr., Chels, went on Twitter and said, we had no problem with this. They asked to put our watch on so we could do the whole watch thing. It's fun. Deion himself ain't complaining. It's the game. He knows what he signed up for. It's everybody else that feels like they have to pick a fucking side instead of just enjoying what's going on right now. Y'all are the ones that are not making this shit fun, and I wish you would find something else to do on Saturdays, because you are fucking clowns and you're fucking annoying. I think that's it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Gridiron Gals Podcast.
Might be our last one after this one, Bubba.
Woo! To that I say ditto. And yes, I mean, I want everybody to stop watching college football again. We was just joking about it being.
Leave us alone.
We lied. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. I was just joking.
And so with all of that, Chels, they play USC next weekend. With all of that said, they play USC next weekend. So their schedule does not get any sooner. One thing I did learn is that they are very lucky that they don't have to play Washington on their schedule, because Washington looks like a top 5 team in college football.
Hey,
but this is the rest of their schedule. So they play USC. Arizona State, Stanford. Those are probably games that they'll probably win.
Especially Stanford.
UCLA, while they're not ranked, I mean, they're still coached very well. They got Chip Kelly. Oregon State is ranked 19th. Arizona probably can win one. Washington State and Utah. That is the rest of their schedule. I can predict that they got at least two more wins there. Maybe you can teeter on the line of becoming bowl eligible, but that isn't an accomplishment enough. But I'm not sure what people expected. The Pac-12 is a very good conference.
It is a good conference, and y'all don't know because y'all ain't been outside. Y'all ain't been watching, and that's why you want to know what time the games come on. You know, you are very lucky to be experiencing noon Pac-12 games and 3:30 Pac-12 games. Now that is the prime effect, right? But those games come on at 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. I've even seen one come on at 11:05, and I was like, y'all are crazy, and I must be crazy because I'm up drinking coffee. But y'all don't know that the Pac-12 is very good. I'm very sad to see that this is the last year that we're going to have a true Pac-12. It's going to be with the Pac-2. But like this is what it is. To go from winning one game to possibly being bowl eligible the next year is an amazing feat.
Yep.
It is amazing.
Yep.
Okay. Let that be it if that is it.
Yep.
Every time a team with a white coach beats Colorado, you can't be beating your civil rights drum. Are you still on drugs?
And the person that the person that Chels did have coded language was black.
The black coach. Well, and who uses more coded language than Deion Sanders himself? He is always saying something that he should be leaving in the black group chat.
Okay, friend. You know,
he is always. I need to find a player that's got a drug addict daddy. I need a white player that got a 2-parent home.
He has definitely said that, and y'all agreed with it. But all of a sudden, when somebody else does it, it's wrong.
When someone else says something direct that is not a dog whistle, that is not coded language. But Deion Sanders loves saying like that. And guess what? Y'all eat it up. You know who else eat it up? White folks eat it up. They love shit like that because I don't understand why people think that white folks don't like Deion Sanders. They love Deion Sanders. They have always loved Sanders because he say things about black people that they can't say. They want to say, I need a offensive lineman. They're talking about the brain skills because that's what offensive linemen are known for, being smart. I need 2-parent homes. So now you done already said that, right? Now you're talking about I need a drug addict daddy. They loving that shit. So when you talk about coded language, you talk about people saying things that can be seen as derogatory or inflammatory when it talks about black people, that man says it himself.
Come with it.
The difference between what we say in the black group chat versus what we say in mixed company.
100% facts. Let's talk about a couple of games this weekend that are against ranked teams. So you got Utah at Oregon State this weekend. Oregon State, I think, got their first loss last weekend. So that should be a good matchup that they're ranked. That they are 3.5 favorites. I'm not sure if we're going to still get Cam Rising yet because he has yet to play, but I wonder if they're just kind of like
not all about that boy.
Yeah. I feel like, but they're 4-0, so I feel like maybe Cam Rising might not get a job back. I don't know. You got. I'm sorry. I'm looking. Kansas at Texas. I'm sorry. Kansas is actually 4-0, but Texas has played so well.
Yeah,
they might really be back.
They might really be back. I said that this weekend. I said, "Damn, they might really be back." Okay,
Texas might really be back. So I don't know what I make of that one. This is an interesting one because I didn't realize that this team was ranked this high. Notre Dame did drop out of the top 10. They're 11th now, but they play Duke, who is ranked 17th. Did you know that? No idea. Didn't know that Duke was ranked 17th. They are 4-0. And they are ranked 17th, friend.
Wow.
Had no idea.
All right, dude.
Yeah, did not know that they were ranked. So there is that. And then you have LSU ranked 13th, plays Ole Miss. next week. So those are the ranked games this weekend. Should be interesting. Should be good, hopefully. But I had no idea that Duke was ranked that high. So I feel like we talked about the gym pop situation, the pop culture thing with Taylor Swift, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about Taylor Swift. I don't give a fuck about them. That's pop culture enough for me. Who are we putting in the volcano this week, Chels?
Wonderful. I have the perfect candidate.
Cool.
The young lady in Houston who decided that on one of the most important Beyonce shows ever, as she comes to her hometown.
Yeah.
And when we do the mute challenge and the hive and the honey pot, we know what we're supposed to do when that lady say, everybody on mute, you shut your damn mouth up. And here she go, screaming and hollering on purpose, and then looking around at everybody and laughing. And she thought that was so funny. She put it on her stories. So people say, oh, y'all found her stuff. No. That lady posted it. She posted herself doing it. You could see the horror in her friend's face and everything. And I just don't understand people who see everybody following a trend or having a good time and enjoying themselves, looking forward to it. Everybody that goes to the concert looks forward to it. When I went to the concert last week in Dallas, lovely. I still think that Dallas won the mute challenge because you could hear the air conditioned vents, baby. Below it. But when we sat down, them people in that section, we said, y'all mute, everybody was like, get it together. We got it. I'm on everybody's camera. I'm dancing. The people dancing with me. I don't know these people. It was almost like a family reunion at the concert. And here you go. When she comes home to H-Town and you decide, I'm going to mess this whole thing up. Now, one good thing is that I think it was probably because there was so many people there that not every angle is, not every video you can hear her, but the people. Of
course, so she's one person out of tens of thousands, right?
Yeah. And it was so, but the videos are coming from the people that were all in her section and stuff.
Right,
so I think that young lady needs to go into the volcano. Something is wrong with you personality-wise when you feel like you need to do things like that. And when you are intentionally trying to ruin the fun of people around you. She had no intention. Even on the video, when she posted on her Instagram, she put what mute challenge. She thinks that's funny. And I don't condone this. But she clearly forgot how the internet rolls. Because people find you.
And they doxed her, didn't they?
They doxed her. They found her. She's a personal trainer or something. They done went to her YouTube. She done had to shut down everything. So I hope that no one harms her because I don't think that people should be harmed. Yeah. But this is a lesson for you.
I agree. Stop playing with the internet. Stop playing with Beyonce. Look, we talk about these Swifties. The Beehive ain't they bad too, child. So I don't know why you would play with them. Why would you play with the Beehive like that? Now you can't get on the Beehive.
It be bees behind everything you ever put.
Hey, now you can't even get on social media. People done called, people done said that they know you personally and they talking about you online. It's real bad. Nobody told you to do that, Miss Ma'am. So here you are. Good luck to you, sister. And again, like Chels said, I hope nobody touches her or harms her or does anything bad. Unfortunately, you found out the hard way that the internet does not play about Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. So there's that. I am throwing Brandon Staley, the Chargers head coach, into the volcano because you're a fucking idiot. First of all, I don't even understand how you still have a job after losing to the Jags in that playoff game the way that you did, up as much as you were at halftime, and then you found a way to lose that game. Still got a job. Then somehow against the Vikings, you go for it on 4th down inside your own 30. You're lucky that the Vikings just simply ain't that good because you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
you're a fucking idiot.
That's the analytics.
Any good head, no fucking analytics would have told you that. Any good head coach would have, because listen, at the end of the day, Chels, regardless of what we think about Kirk Cousins, he's top 5 in touchdown passes this season. So you still got to find a way to put some respect on their name. He's not out there sucking ass. Okay, he's playing football. He plays behind a very bad offensive line. And yes, he does have brain farts, but luckily for him, he played against a Vikings team that still really doesn't know who they are. So my thing is that the analytics absolutely told you to fucking punt that ball, and you decided against it. And I don't know how people like Brandon Staley continue to have jobs. There is so many coaches out here who deserve opportunities. And then this fucking clown has an opportunity after having four scores in a playoff game at halftime and then going for it on your own fourth down in your own fucking territory. That is clown behavior.
Yes.
And like you already said, it's something about that franchise, dog. It is like every head coach, it's just cursed with something. I don't know who put the voodoo on it. Did Dan Faust do something on his way out back in the day? I can't figure it out. All I know is something is wrong with that franchise and organization because they just can't get right. And Brandon Staley might really be the best person for that franchise because they are so cursed. I don't know.
I don't know. They're gonna have to go to the old stadium and dig up the parking lot or something because something is buried underneath there, and they need to and they go back to the old stadium, dig it up, do your little ritual or whatever, because y'all ain't got a chance till you break that curse.
I completely agree with you. Before we go, do you have any final thoughts?
I sure do. So This is HBCU week, and I am a proud product of Clark Atlanta University, as well as Howard University. I can't wear two shirts at one time, but yes. And so I'm very proud to be a double HBCU alum, and shout out to all my HBCU family this week.
I am not an alum, but I did go to Morgan State. So I'm always going to listen. I'm always going to be at the tailgates, at the homecomings. That's right. I'm definitely going to be in the building. It is what it is.
It's a whole lot of HBCU alums that didn't walk across that stage, baby.
Exactly. So, I'm always rep Morgan because I love Morgan. I grew up around there. So it's always going to be home for me. And again, I did go to Morgan State for a little bit. So shout out to everybody that went to HBCUs. We definitely appreciate you. I don't really have any. I feel like everything that I wanted to say, I got off my chest today. This was a very therapeutic episode. We really needed to get that out.
At one time, I was like, "Oh Lord, my friend, let me just log off. She don't need me."
I don't know if I had a vein, but it felt like if I did, it felt like it was showing. Like in the middle of my head. I don't know if I have veins like that in my head.
You leaned in close one time and I wanted to lean back. Like I ain't know what was about to happen.
So I'm not really sure, but I think everything needed to be said, man. I mean, you saying, it's HBCU week is a great way to end this episode. It's on a great note, a positive note. So hopefully Chels and I will be celebrating this weekend because both of our teams lost last weekend. So hopefully we can have a different outcome, particularly me, because I feel like y'all are in a better position to win than my team is. So I'm praying for a miracle, and that's hopefully going to be the case. So we thank you all for listening. Of course, we'll be back next week. We hope we ain't scare y'all away with the Dion talk, but we do hope we scared the ones, the casuals. We want y'all gone.
Yeah,
we want y'all gone. Okay. Everybody else, thank you for listening. And please come back whenever. We appreciate y'all. And we will talk to you next week.
Later. I can cut all this out.
Okay.
When I put it on full screen,